Devin, health-wise, just how you doing after sitting out the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go. Just got a little bit banged up, but feel really good now and 100% for this week.
Is it just a thing, like got your bell rung kind of thing?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Have you ever had that happen before where you said you had an eye problem and you're even having a hard time reading the card? Have you ever had that happen before?
No, I didn't. It was kind of just like getting your bell rung in a different way a little bit, but coming in on Sunday, went through everything, all different protocol. I'm good to go.
Devin, what makes you so hard to tackle in some of these situations where it seems like you're getting out of sacks that you shouldn't be able to get out of?
I just try to see through the rush. That's something that I had to learn at a young age. Just at a young age, whether it's a D tackle, linebacker, corner blitzing at you, being able to see through the rush, keeping your eyes downfield to your receivers, and just being able to move your feet to be able to see the throw. So I just try as best I can to stay up and just, extend the play as long and as best as I can.
Could you tell they were getting frustrated that they couldn't bring you down in some of those spots?
I think so, a little bit. Honestly, I'm so on to the next play every time. I'm not really worried about how they think, but it felt good to get out of a couple of different tackles.
Devin, was it hard to communicate with those cowbells in your ear?
Early on it was. In the beginning of the game it was definitely rowdy, but, towards the end it wasn't really too bad. But we did a good job in the huddle, making sure that everyone understood the call, everyone communicated at the line of scrimmage too. So that goes to credit at practice. So shout out to whoever's making the crowd noise at practice because it prepared us for sure.
As a quarterback, with facing a team that has two different guys off the edges that can really be a problem, what is your approach to that versus maybe somebody that might have one rusher?
Are you saying for this week against Alabama? Yeah, you turn on the tape and their whole defense flies to the ball. You see guys every single play, flying to the ball, doing their assignments, doing what they're coached to do, and at the end of the day, just playing football. So we know that going against this team is going to be a good challenge. Like you said, both of their edge rushers are really, really talented players, but it'll be a good challenge for us, and I'm excited to go against those guys.
You guys have the pass game clicking now, and the coaches have talked about you need a balanced offense really to beat a team like Alabama. So how do you personally kind of get that re-engaged?
Yeah, I think just continue to challenge our team that we still have to put together a complete game, whether that's the pass game, run game, protection. And honestly, that just comes down to doing what you're coached to do. The coaches do a great job of implementing a game plan that we practice each and every week. And, come Saturday, regardless of who your opponent is, you need to execute that game plan. So, it's up to us and, me as a quarterback operating this offense, making sure that we're doing what we're practiced to do, and come Saturday, executing at a high level.
Devin, Liam said after the game that practice last week was probably the best pitch and catch operation you all had. Of course, Tennessee game, and then it seemed like the passing game was doing well Saturday until, you had to go out. From your perspective, what has maybe clicked for the passing game here over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think honestly it did start in practice. I think, for us it was making practice like a game. As cliche as that sounds, it really does matter. Making sure that every single rep you take, it matters, whether it's going against a scout team or against our starting defense, that every single time that rep is very valuable. To constantly have that, approach and practice that way, that mentality translates over to game day, that every single rep you get in the game, you treat it that it is the most valuable rep. So it definitely started in practice.
You've only been here a season, but any emotions going into senior day?
A little bit, honestly. It'll be fun to be able to walk out with my mom and dad, and honestly just to represent this university. They've been nothing but good to me since I've been here. I love being able to play for Kentucky, so it'll definitely be a little bit of emotions.
How do you channel those emotions into you guys playing well out there?
Yeah.
You got to use that.
Yeah, I think, you just embrace the moment. Honestly, just be where your feet are at, whether that's walking out on senior day, just being appreciative for, all the other guys, all my other teammates that I'm able to walk out with. And then, when it's all over, just once again, be where your feet are at and strap the helmet on and get ready to play some football.
Did you go through senior day at NC State while you were hurt last year?
Yes, sir, I did.
Talk about challenges. Obviously Georgia was a huge challenge. You guys didn't play the way you wanted to play. You see this as a second chance playing in an elite defense like Alabama, that you could show, hey, we're better than we showed against Georgia?
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a second chance. I just think it's another chance. I mean, it's another opportunity for us to, get better. It's another opportunity for us to go against a really well defense, a really good executed, sound defense. And, for us, it's about, making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do, making sure that, each and every assignment, like I said, in practice, that it matters. Every possession matters, every single play matters. And, we learned against Georgia that, beating yourselves and having to play catch up in games against teams like this, just makes it that much more difficult. So for us, being able to take that off of film and carry it over into this week, is really going to prepare us even more.
Dane in particular seems like a guy who really turned his season around a few weeks ago. What did you see from him in doing that, and what has impressed you of the way he's kind of come through that?
Yeah, I mean, I've just been really impressed with his consistency. Even when the ball wasn't going his way, or me and him were off target, he still stuck his head down and just went to work. Every single day in practice, he tried to emerge and be a leader of that receiver room, but you could just see the way that he approached every day in practice. And I remember early in the season he was a little bit frustrated with himself, and instead of complaining, the first thing he did was hop on the jugs after practice. And I think that's just a trial to, him putting in the work, him understanding what he wants to get out of this game, and, eventually over time it'll all, pay off.
Devin, the last two games, it feels like the defenses have really loaded the box, trying to stop the run. You guys have been able to exploit that. Are you expecting some adjustments now that some positive stuff is being put into it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what this offense can do. I think that's what Coach Cohen aspires it to be, is that, we're so balanced in a run and pass perspective that it's hard to defend both. And when teams load up the box, that we should be able to exploit them in the pass game, or, vice versa. So I just think, that's what our offense is supposed to be. We expect, many different looks, whether that's loading the box or dropping 8 week to week, but it's up to us to, defeat whatever is given to us.
Devin, you and Dane talk about playing a complete game. It seems like that's what you guys have been trying to figure out, and it seems like you're going to have to play near perfect against a team like Alabama. The run game hasn't been as explosive as it has since that Florida game. How do you kind of get that back involved in this offense?
Yeah, I think, first it starts with me making sure that we're managing the clock the right way, making sure that we're operating in and out of the huddle at a good tempo, or, making sure that we're taking our time with specific plays that we're trying to, exploit the defense on. And I think for us, at the end of the day, it's just coming down to doing your job. Me not doing too much. All the guys up front or our receivers blocking on the perimeter, making sure that they understand they're 1 of 11. And honestly, for us, we pride ourselves on running the football. That's something that, our offense is built off of. So, the past couple weeks, maybe we haven't been able to get that true spark. But at the end of the day, we say it every single day that it starts up front. So eventually it'll click.
Have you said anything to Ray at all, maybe, to just kind of encourage him to kind of, keep his feet on the ground and keep going?
Ray's going to go regardless.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs much encouragement, whether that's in the run game, pass protection, run protection. He's going to give it his all. So, someone like him, a guy like him, whatever's working on the field, he's going to do it to his best ability, whether that's running or passing. So I don't really think he needs much encouragement.